Taliya.
Hi, I'm Matthew, and we are the Critics.
Okay, so the movie we are reviewing this week is the much anticipated Deadpool. It was so enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
I had a really fun time. We laughed so much, which hardly happens,
Which everyone did in the cinema, which was good. But we did leave feeling like we hadn't, like there was something missing.
Yeah, there was definitely something.
But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So let's just start off by discussing the fact that it was a Marvel film, but an edgy Marvel film.
Yeah.
Okay, there was sex.
Which is actually just saying a lot because Marvel was edgy to begin with compared to...
Yeah, compared to the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. There was sex, quite a bit of sex, nudity. We felt awkward, but it was different. Something different from your usual Marvel.
Definitely R-rated, which is what fans wanted, and I think they pulled off the
R-rated.
Yeah,
and the character lends itself to that.
Yeah, I didn't agree with the nudity in the strip club scene.
It was
random. For me, there was
unrelated.
unnecessary nudity, so awkward. But the actual sex scene was good.
It was funny, yeah. They worked it out quite amusingly. And the swearing, so much swearing.
Yeah.
So much swearing. But the character once again totally lends itself to that. Ryan Reynolds did such a good job.
The whole cast did a good job, I think.
I could picture Captain America sort of throwing his popcorn in the air as he watched that movie. Not for Captain, definitely not for the conservative bunch.
No.
If you have kids who like Marvel, don't take them to watch this movie.
Don't even admit it exists.
Yeah, if you're an 18 to 50-year-old who enjoys
even older,
now and then, definitely go and see this one.
Yeah.
On that note, just to mention Ryan's performance, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Wow. I watched an interview with him recently, and he said that he'd been waiting to make this film for about 11 years.
Yeah.
He sent many screen tests and ideas to the network, and then they eventually approved him.
Yeah.
And it was fan motivated as well. So that's great. You could see that he really put in so much effort, so much detail, so much thought into his lines, the character, the way he wore the costume, the way
he pulled it off, and that's really difficult when you think that one, he played the failed Deadpool in one of the
Origins X Wolverine.
Yeah. Which was a complete failure, and he did Green Lantern, which was a failure.
Which he even mentioned.
Which he mentioned in the movie.
Don't make my suit green and animated.
Yeah, and in his other references as well, in the beginning. So to come back from that, both of those, and to still pull it off so well, and to still have the fan support, and he's, I'm a comic fan, but not a huge Deadpool fan, just because I haven't read much. But from what I know of the character and what I know of comics, did an amazing job.
Did a good job. I'm generally not a Marvel fan, because most of the time I feel it's quantity over quality. But this I thoroughly enjoyed. It was something so different.
Yeah. And
on the note of Ryan, he stood out so much because they gave him a cast where most of them were unknown.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see fresh faces. You sort of start the whole film on a clean slate. It's a new character, new everything. So I really enjoyed that. I thought that was well done.
Yeah.
Also, the main part I enjoyed, breaking the fourth wall.
And breaking the fourth wall within the fourth wall.
Oh my goodness. It was so funny. There were so many references. That Sinead O'Connor thing is going to take me a couple of weeks to get over. It was well written.
Yeah,
extremely well written.
Extremely well written, well thought out. I mean, from the beginning, the opening credits scene, it was just so good. And then it just maintained itself the whole through, which is really difficult. And I think some of us were worried when we saw the trailer. We were like, is that all the funniness gone?
Yes, but
as so often happens when they show you comedy movies, and that's not even like 5%.
It just touches the surface. It was so great. There were X-Men references, Ryan Reynolds references. It was just so perfectly thought out, and it never got too cheesy, and it never got overbearing. You were just sort of waiting for the next joke the whole time. I enjoyed that part of it. Something so different.
Yeah. And then coupled with that, because this is after all a super, not necessarily hero movie, there has to be some amazing action, and holy cow, was there good action. And then just really like unexpected amounts of blood, gore, and decapitations, and like things being shoved into and through other people.
Tarantino vibes a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And I think it was good. It was good to go to a superhero movie and get that shock.
Yes.
And I think as much as it almost was as effective as breaking the fourth wall, I think, because you aren't expecting that, and it does shock you. It does change what you think can and should be done in that type of movie. And I really enjoyed that part.
The choreography of the fight scenes was cool. I watched in the interview I watched with Ryan. He said that they had based a lot of the fighting scenes on Muhammad Ali's style, where he'd try and get into your head.
Yeah.
And that seemed to be the goal, because he'd say all these things and make it psychological to his opponent, which was done well. And it's still funny and amusing.
But as we said in the beginning, we did leave the cinema feeling like we had missed out on something. Like it wasn't everything we had expected.
We tried to figure this out for
and we tried, and I think we have. To our credit, well done.
Okay.
So for me, there's three problems with the movie. The first is that as much as it's incredibly edgy, as much as a lot of the references are commentaries and criticisms of other superheroes, and he really tries to set himself apart and does set himself apart from other superhero movies, it ultimately feels like he sells out. It ultimately feels like at the end of the day we had just our sort of run-of-the-mill, in terms of plot, in terms of what happens, movie and superhero.
Definitely, I agree with you on that. One of my issues was that the plot was thin.
Yeah.
I mean, it was your basic guy for off-the-rails bad boy, gets a chance to become a superhero. It happens in a lab. That's Marvel. Thanks for that originality there. A very scary lab, though.
Yeah.
And then there's a girl involved. It's revenge.
And even more annoyingly, does that really stupid thing that I never get with the I can't talk to her because of insert reason that is not logical or plausible for any reason. She loves me because of who I am, not of how I look, but now because I don't look the same. Which was just which was a stock standard movie thing, and a movie that tried so hard to not be stock standard, and I think that was one of the problems. In that, what I would have really liked is if our British villain, as he's called in the opening credits, killed the girlfriend. I think that would have been it would have been dark in a movie that had been funny. So again, not following script. But two, when we then reach that end scene where Deadpool is or isn't going to shoot the bad guy,
you don't know.
But you're more in doubt because at that point he's got his girl, everything's back, his life's gonna be fine. You really actually, as an audience, aren't concerned about the villain anymore. He did some bad things, but he didn't really he made you a superhero. And he kidnapped your girlfriend, but you got her back. What are you complaining about? Had he killed her, then we all would have been in that position of shoot the guy. And then I think the whole what is a hero moment that we can have afterwards can be brought up a bit more, because then you may, would you have in that position let him go?
No.
Would you have been a Deadpool, or would you have been a Colossus?
Captain America.
Or Captain America.
Yeah, that's actually, it would have been an interesting way to end it, because it goes with the whole dark vibe that the movie had.
Deadpool is much for all that's one of the brilliances of the character of Deadpool, is that as much as he's funny, he's got a. If you thought Bruce Wayne had or Batman had a bad past, Deadpool, he ain't got nothing on Deadpool. So that was for me the problem. The second thing is that it kind of just followed. It was very Marvel-y. It did the two things that I think Marvel do with their superheroes is, one, they make it funny, and two, they do a lot of action. But also, it follows the plot of so many others. We were talking about them, it follows Iron Man's plot, it follows Spider-Man's plot, and even going outside of that to other superheroes, Superman and Batman's plots.
Yeah.
As you were saying, Girl in Distress, what happens?
Also, we got spoon-fed the origin story, as usual, where literally we were in the middle of a scene, a very interesting, funny scene, and then we had to get pulled back into the whole, how did I get here type of thing.
Yeah.
That's my issue with Marvel.
Well, that's my issue more specifically, and this is the last thing that I think is problematic with origin stories. I don't like origin stories. I think Iron Man did it incredibly well because he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And was the first. And now we keep getting them, and it has to, by its nature, follow certain rules that we've seen over and over again. Really tired of.
There has to be a
lab. Throw us in the middle.
Yeah.
Throw us into a developed character that's dealing with something that's not oh my word, I've got powers, how to interact with the rest of the world.
I agree. I think there could have been more room for plot development if they just threw us in the mix of everything without making us go back. Although it was well written and fun, but
I think the scary thing is that people who make movies don't know if they can develop the character well enough for us to buy into a conflict.
Already established.
But it's doable.
It's doable. But all round, I thought Ryan Reynolds He worked hard on this.
Yeah.
He produced as well.
So I think but yeah, should we get to the overall
rating
and our thumbs?
Right.
So we haven't even discussed this, but I am going for 1.5.
1.5, yeah, me too.
Okay, so we are agreement 1.5. So good, definitely watch, but not quite everything.
It didn't take us to the level it could have. But well done, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well done.
So thanks very much for watching. If you've liked the video, please click subscribe to see more, or just click the like button. If you're interested in seeing what we're doing in coming weeks, our links to our Facebook and Twitter are in the description box below. Please go check those out. We'll keep you updated. But I'm Matthew.
I'm Taliya.
And this has been the Critics Review of Deadpool.